Did you know that TF2 was gonna have a show on Adult Swim? Yep, and then Valve allegedly took too long to finish a pitch pilot, and, well, Adult Swim cut the deal. But, what if we didn't live in the canon timeline? What if the show wasn't cancelled and we got an official teaser poster for the show? Today, we're gonna answer that question. So, before we do any Photoshop, I'll be making the foundation of the poster in Source Filmmaker. The scene will take place in the map Swanky Desert Road by Zate Medic. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's pretty much a recreation of the environment from Meet the Sniper and the Expiration Date short film. Now that we have our map, I'll position the camera like so. Maybe give it a little bit of a tilt for that wacky, unhinged vibe. Now let's drop in the red bread truck and make it nice and centered. I absolutely love the idea of using the same scenery from Expiration Date. It's funny, the original pilot that was being written eventually became Expiration Date.
We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close.
And now, it's time for the long haul. We need to position and pose each individual mercenary in the scene. I'll start with the sniper. He'll be driving the truck and be super frazzled that he's just about to off-road this hunk of junk. Next to him, we'll have NG pointing out an obstacle in the road as he braces for impact. And for Medic, he'll be holding on for dear life to the dashboard. Demo Man will be the last merc inside the truck. Let's actually make him kinda happy and excited to be on this wild ride. And of course, he's got his signature scrumpy in one hand. Shifting to the top, Heavy will be standing his ground amidst the chaos, and Scout will be his usual clumsy self, just about to fall to his doom. But worry not, because Spy is going in for the save. We'll also make him clutching the intelligence briefcase. We'll put Pyro just barely hanging onto the truck, and last but not least, Soldier, well, he's just getting a kick out of the whole thing, and living life on the edge of the truck. Whoops, don't want to make him hitting the dab here. Just for fun, let's tap into that TF2 humor and add these dismembered limbs in the truck's grill. Okay, now for the lighting to make this thing have a bit more depth. It's honestly better that we get as much lighting as possible baked into our scene so we don't have to do a ridiculous amount of work later in Photoshop. And of course, I need the whole thing to be vertical to fit a poster size, so all I'll do is just rotate the camera. And there we have it, the foundation for our poster. It's good to be back in our old stomping grounds. First order of business is to summon our inner Michael Bay and paint in this huge explosion in the background. And I can do that because I separated each element on the poster using a green screen. The name of the game here is layers! The more layers of color we build and blend together, the more this will actually look convincing. Explosions are usually brighter on the inside and then darker on the outside. And these little flyaway particles will add yet another layer of depth to the explosion. I want to make this look as close to Valve quality as possible, so one thing I noticed they consistently do on their TF2 art is they digitally paint over it. Some have more of that painted look than others, but you get the gist. So I think we can get close by painting in some more lighting on the mercs and the truck. I'll paint in a mixture of soft lighting with a very bright rim light because this explosion is a massive light source. We also can't forget to blend in some highlights on the road. This will help the explosion blend more seamlessly into the background. Shifting back down, I'll clean up the details on the mercs in the car by painting away some of that weird model stretching. I'm not too crazy about the texture on the truck. I honestly think it's a little much, so I'll just blur the whole thing and paint away that detail using an inverse mask. These windshield wipers are also kind of bugging me, so with a click of the content aware fill, we can rip them off. Then I'll come in here and paint in some bullet holes as well as glass shattering on the windshield just to kick up the chaos. And maybe I'll also get a little crazy here and add in some good old blood splatter. I thought that the left side of the sky was missing something, so why not add in Medic's dove, Archimedes, flying alongside everybody. Okay, let's put the finishing touches on the background by messing with the blur settings so that it's more blurred the further up we go. I think this will overall give Soldier better separation from the background. Also, the clouds got covered by the explosion, and I really like them, so I'll just cut them out and move them further up. Just have to mask away those edges to blend them in, and that looks good. And we cannot forget a cool poster tagline. I'll add that right at the top. Of course, the final detail is to put in the show's logo. For that, I can take the TF2 word mark and just cut off the two. Fix this up a little, and boom. Just like that, we've got what could have been the teaser poster for the Team Fortress 2 TV show. I guess the show is still hanging out with Half-Life 3 in development hell. Speaking of which, if you're a Valve fan like me, then check out this video where I created Half-Life themed food brands. Thanks for watching everyone. Take care.